are also in danger as they are forced to cross on this running water. Affected residents now lament to Prime TV News about the bad state of this bridge.
Kuvutika kupita pa bridge apatavutika ngapo bridge mwe onongekera uku so funika kuti yanganirapo koma kuti tandisene bridge wana skulu amene avutika kapitidwe kapa bridge MP weka koinzera kuti wati yanganireko pangani ya bridge amene so kirankhera tandaulia boma kuti lithandizire pangani ya bridge.
Neo nutandaulako sawa chipatala chili pasiri hapa lomba nkera tukanga kuluta kuchipatala mala mwa manza mene awa biliji
MP oneka lini MP wauti anuziwa lina MP waneteti tikafote lini ayo ambulasi kafuna kutite nge bantu olwala mwandini nivuto yupita lini ayi kuliye ambulasi oneka lini lomba wananga yupitire kundu aliye kwa inga pitire ayi.
Marina Lasakala is concerned about pregnant women, saying they are being charged 50 kwacha by those with motorbikes and 20 kwacha to cross the river.
Vuta ameneti mapezana nayo niyo tikachosa wa mimba kunyumba. Tima tola Honda tabukinga kunyumba. 50 kwacha tapwila yapo. Wala ota usapano ama chita 20 kwacha kupeleka ku hospital. So pamozi mankala 70 ama chito papa. Lomba inkala vuto penango muntu mimba iwawa basi ya inkala vuto ikuluma ningi also.
They say a home delivery in Petauke attracts a penalty of a goat or a cattle to the chief and the clinic.
Tima lipila mbuzi, uchipatala mbuzi, kwa chifi mbuzi, kulingana kuti wapapila kunyumba, bati kuchulenga ni lodi ya tiriye. Chawani chilenge sakuti, apapile kunyumba muntu.
Ama vuma kapapila mbuzi yati ngombe lomba ni ayufunika mbuzi wechosa.
Indeed, their cry is genuine. The people of Kalindawalo have completely been cut off from the rest of Petauke district, as the two bridges, Kauru and Kaombwe, are at a verge of collapsing, with Kaombwe Bridge partly washed away, as you can see behind me. Their cry is now to the area member of parliament, Dola Silia, to speak for them in parliament so that government can renovate these two bridges. For how long are they going to be in this dilemma? That's a question which still remains unanswered. Edward Banda, Prime TV News, Petauke, Eastern Province.
Shortage of health personnel has hit Wengwa constituency of Mose District. Mahiba Ward, with a population of over 4,000, has one health personnel to attend to all the needs of the community. This scenario has led to the extent that the only health post in this area is mostly found closed, where the personnel is tired. Mahiba Ward Councillor Mwenda has since urged government to ensure it sends more health personnel in order to reduce on the challenges being faced in the area. Meanwhile, Wengwa Member of Parliament Mijelo Rasauta has challenged the PF government not to boast about improving the health conditions of Zambians while people in remote areas are suffering. We have more in this report.
In rural parts of Zambia, challenges surrounding the health sector still strike, even when the government is boasting of having improved the health system. In Mahiba Ward of Wengwa constituency, the challenge is evident that there is more which should be done in order for people to rejoice about. With a population of over 4,000, the ward only has one health post, and the same health post only has one personnel attending to all the needs of the community. The situation is, however, not a secret, as the ward councillor Debnet Mwenda explains on these challenges.
Having one staff, that's the biggest challenge. Is that because here they don't keep the patients, but at times there is a need for patients to be kept temporarily. So at least apart from that building which you can see.
says it is evident that the health sector is still lagging behind in this area, even as he calls on the government to send more health staff to have this place opened at all times.
Urging the government to send member staff so that they can be helping one another. You know, most of the time this officer here is alone throughout, okay? Throughout the 7 days in a week, 24 hours, and he's on call throughout. So if there are two, I think they can be able to at least share responsibilities. When one is resting, then the other one can be attending to the patients. So let me just urge the government, if they can come to our aid, to send us another officer, so that at least they can be helping one another here. Yes, so that they can also serve the community in a diligent manner.
As described by the ward councillor and the local people here, lack of enough health personnel leads to the fact that this facility is mostly found closed, especially when the only personnel is tired and exhausted, forcing patients to wait or sometimes come the following day. In the PF manifesto, improving the health sector is one of the mandates, which is evident that it is directly being ignored with 8 years of the PF government in power. Kazela Lwando, Prime TV News, in Lwando constituency of Monze district in Southern Province.
The magistrate called his imprisonment with hard labor a 41-year-old man of Chipata compound who broke into the Lusaka magistrate complex and stole 18,500 kwacha with 2 cell phones. When the matter came up for judgment, Magistrate David Musamba says Derek Chipungu deserves a stiffer punishment, considering the nature of the offense and the circumstances in which it was committed. We have more in this report.
He was caught stealing after he broke into the Lusaka Magistrate Complex and allegedly stole over 18,500 kwacha, 2 cell phones and a pair of shoes. 41-year-old Derek Chipungu of Lusaka's Chipata compound on January 25, 2019, entered the Lusaka Magistrate Complex with intent to steal money from the office of the clerk of court. But his day did not go well with him. Chipungu was apprehended by the police, and out of the 18,500 kwacha that went missing from the office of the clerk of court, the arresting officer only declared about 2,500 kwacha as money that was recovered from him. However, when the matter came up before Lusaka Magistrate David Musamba, Chipungu pleaded guilty of breaking into the court and having intent to steal. Following his own plea of guilty, Chipungu has been convicted accordingly and has since been sentenced to 9 years imprisonment with hard labor. In passing judgment, Magistrate Musamba said that if Chipungu was not caught, a lot of innocent people would have suffered instead. Magistrate Musamba further says Chipungu deserves a stiffer punishment considering the nature of the offense and the circumstances in which it was committed. Magistrate Musamba has also ordered that the recovered 2,500 kwacha will go to government revenue and that the cell phones and the pair of shoes be returned to the respective owners. In mitigation, Chipungu asked the court for lenience, saying he is on tuberculosis medication and that he's married with 3 children and is taking care of his grandmother. However, Magistrate Musamba has decided to give Chipungu a stiffer punishment, which is to serve 9 years imprisonment with hard labor. Walsh Funda, Prime TV News, Lusaka.
Local contractors in Zambia say they have abandoned government projects due to lack of funds. National Association for Medium and Small-Scale Contractors President Mutale Mpepo says some school projects have been abandoned as government has not paid the contractors. Mr. Mpepo says Zambians must not condemn local contractors for delayed completion of works as they are not paid. He says while international contractors are paid properly, local contractors struggle to get paid.
Some of our local contractors, those that get paid through National Road Fund Agency, some of them have been paid. Although routine maintenance specifically, they are still being owed some money. Some IPCs are not yet paid. But From that time we talked, something has happened. Government heard, and as we are saying, I've been assured that the Minister of Finance is looking for finances to sort out local contractors. I'm talking about local contractors in this situation, because our colleagues from outside this country who are working with us here are always given what they need at the right time. Okay? I said no also. Remember in my answer I said yes and no. I've just answered the yes part. No part is because you remember I addressed you about the education sector, both higher and the general education. They haven't paid our contractors up to now. Our contractors are owed millions of kwacha. This is to do with the past projects which started some time back. Those projects are not yet finished. They are not yet completed. Now, you are talking about the pass rate going up. Where are you going to send those pupils? In which infrastructures are they going to be using? So, we are saying general education and higher education, do something about payment of the local contractors in order for them to go back to the sites and finish, accomplish those infrastructures. You cannot just be standing on top of mountains. Local contractors are not doing work and yet you are not paying them. We are appealing to government. Let them go back to the drawing board. Let them look at when did they last pay.
A Livingstone-based goat farmer has called on government to quickly help establish quarantine services that will allow farmers improve the goat farming sector in Zambia. Bafana Moyo says as such as the farmers appreciate government's will to grow the sector through various policies, there is urgent need to work towards maximum benefits through the creation of abattoirs and redeployment of extension officers who were withdrawn, especially in rural areas where animal diseases are prevalent. Mr. Moyo has since held the Ministry of Commerce for facilitating quick issuance of title deeds for goat farmers with over 20 hectares of customary land, working through his institute, saying the move will allow more Zambians venture into the sector.
Our submission was on the issues that are affecting the industry or that will affect the industry from growing. More of the goat farmers are in traditional lands. They do not have the titles, and this becomes barriers for them to go commercial. One, they will be limited in terms of developing these places because they know that they do not have the full authority over the piece of land where they are. And we also identified, or we've identified another challenge. When these people are in these traditional lands where they do not have control, the communal grazing becomes the major challenge. Where I will find that I will be in a position to do the right things on my animal, I will deworm, I will spray them, dip them, and ensure that I vaccinate them. But my friend on the next village or the next place, they will not do that. So at the end of the day, my animal will keep on being reinfected. So these are some of the issues that we submitted to the ministry. And we also looked at the aspect of the baseline statistics about goat and sheep in Zambia. What type of diseases that are affecting our animals and in which areas do you find these diseases? That information needs to be put together. And much more, the biggest challenge we were talking about was also, we would say, the withdrawal of the extension officers. More of our farmers would want to go into this industry, but these are challenges that are making this industry not to flourish. By and large, the government, through the Ministry of Commerce, just came back to us to say they've considered to help few upcoming goat farmers with land processing so that they can have the titles. To me, this is a very good news. And this is another way the government can encourage us to commercialize this industry. So this move, it's a recommendable move which government has to be, we must give credit where it is due.
Coming up after the break in foreign news, ex-Nigerian vice president goes to court over pause. Join us shortly with the details after the break. We'll be right back.
Hello there, and thank you so much for joining us. We are back with the news at Best Provider Limited. My name is Curtis. Now, apparently, they continue making the headlines, and this is because of the good quality and affordable music equipment and accessories.
Niminga zamene zipezeka munsomba osati mafupa ya ng'ombe munsomba.
This is a follow-up, and I'm going to talk to a representative who is going to tell us more about this. Oh my goodness! Look whom I have just bumped into. The music teacher himself.
Kent, me as a teacher, kaboom.
So, you do your shopping here?
Yeah, this is where we get our best musical equipment and accessories. Just look at the drums, the guitars, the keyboards, the microphones, and all the speakers.
And what is your appeal to your fellow musicians out there?
It's not all about the musicians and their studios. It's about the live bands, the clubs, the schools, and all the churches out there. This is Best Provider, where the best is cheaper.
Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the reason why Best Provider has continued making the headlines. It's back to the studio. Bye-bye. For quality music equipment and accessories, visit Best Provider, your #1 music store. Shop number 74, Freedom Way, Town Center, Lusaka. Give us a call on 0969 560721 or email best2000provider@gmail.com. Best Provider, where the best is cheaper.
Bringing the world together through Dubai. Fly Emirates, fly better.
Are you a talented student thinking of a career in accountancy? Do you desire to develop a successful and internationally recognized qualification? CA Zambia will help you achieve your career aspirations. Make the right choice and shape your career in business and finance. CA Zambia. Not just an accountant, but a chartered accountant. CA Zambia, developing business leaders.
Do your gums hurt? Yeah. Does your toothpaste contain sage, eucalyptus, myrrh, chamomile? All that in one toothpaste? Yes, try Colgate Herbal. Colgate Herbal contains nature's best herbs and Colgate's fluoride technology to give you strong teeth and healthy gums. Ah, Colgate Herbal. Let's go. Colgate Herbal for strong teeth and healthy gums naturally.
Lwando Technical and Business College Management Board, former Lwando Trades Training Institute, is currently enrolling for 2019 full-time and distance learning intakes. Applications are still invited from suitably qualified applicants for the following courses: engineering courses, craft certificates, electrical engineering, diploma, CBO, electrical engineering, automotive mechanics, heavy equipment repair, education courses, diplomas, computer studies with education diploma, CBO, technical and vocational teaching methodology, business and secretarial courses, diplomas, secretarial and office management, human resource development, business studies, project management, managing health and safety, procurement and supply, and the short intensive courses for April, August and December intake. We offer the following programs: supervisory management, purchasing and stores management, project management, personal secretary and office management, registry and records management, office assistance, domestic electrical installation, basic automotive mechanics, health and safety practice. People with various disability challenges are encouraged to apply. Application forms are available at Lwando Technical and Business College or from the college website www.ltbc.edu.zm. All applications must be sent to the principal, Lwando Technical and Business College, P.O. Box 90387, Lwando, or telephone 02-510-764 or 512-777 or 510-930. WhatsApp us on 0966-814941 or email us ltbcemail@gmail.com or miowa2007@yahoo.com. Lwando Technical and Business College Management Board. Technology is the base for development. Good to know that you are still with us. Welcome back. And now in foreign news. Former Vice President and presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, has asked a High Court of the Federal Capital Territory for an order stopping President Muhammad Buhari and security agencies for interfering with the 2019 general election. However, President Buhari and his campaign team, Buhari Campaign Organization, have dragged Atiku and his personal assistant, Frank Shaibu, before the court over alleged defamation. In the said suit, Buhari accused Atiku and his aide of making several defamatory statements in some national newspapers to the effect that Buhari used his position as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and head of the government to fraudulently acquire two private companies. The plaintiffs have told the court that the defendants falsely claimed that the president acquired the said companies using his influence and the control he has over the head of parastatals or organizations that are connected with the activities of the companies. As we end the news this afternoon, a recap of the headlines. Health personnel shortage hits Wengwa constituency. Kaombwe Bridge in deplorable state. Local contractors abandon government projects due to lack of funds. In international news, ex-Nigerian vice president goes to court over pause. On behalf of the entire Prime Television News and Current Affairs team, this has been Lwando Cheleka. Thank you so much for your time. Good afternoon. Bye for now.